Hi, welcome to Danette Gets Creative. I'm Danette. Here we are again with the sewing roll. Just showing you the outside, unrolling the inside. If you watched the last video, I've attached my pocket, finished my sunflower embroidery, and later I will put a button on there. And I also created a pocket in which I put a drawstring that I can put at the bottom and put bigger items in. So there it is. And what I want to create now, as I fold this shut, oh yes, right, the doilies, a little bit of a decorative element there at the top. Pin those down. Save those to sew on later. But what I do want to work on here is I want to create another element for inside, that element being a needle book. So I'll quickly take a moment to pin down my doilies from my fancy new pin cushion. Again, thank you, Lisa. Trim off my lace, put a little pin in it, and then I'll move this out of the way so we can get creating a needle book. So I want to put the needle book beside the sunflower in that space, probably about a similar size. So I'm just measuring. This is just a roll of felt from the dollar store here. So now I'm just measuring it so it's a similar height as the sunflower pocket. And I'm going to use this piece of material as the base for my needle book. So I'm just doing a double check, making sure it fits, doing those final little trims. Perfect. Okay, clean up my space here and pull out some scraps and start laying down some fabrics, fabric collage, so that I can slow stitch. I'm such a fussy fabric collager. Lost my train of thought there for a second. Trying to keep that little element of sunflower in all my pieces. So I put in that tiny piece with a sunflower on it. Going to lay down this lace edge. What you can't see right now is I have a bucket of material on my lap, and I'm just picking through and finding colors that I want to use. Unfortunately, it doesn't all fit on the screen, so I have to do a little bit of it off camera. Oh, goodness. Pulled the string and the whole thing went. There's the sunflower piece. Trying to decide, do I put it flat? Do I put it tall? Do I put it horizontal? Do I put it vertical? I do end up putting down this piece of lace. I quite like it on the end. Gives it a nice little decorative finish. So I'm going to finish putting down the fabrics. And then you'll see that I start to slow stitch. Still trying to find pieces that I like. I do end up using some of this green because I think it's a nice contrast. And you'll see here in a minute, love that corally pink colored piece. You'll see here in a minute that I take away the piece of sunflower material and I bring in a different element. Still sunflower. It just wasn't quite what I wanted. I end up changing it. I like that little piece of green at the bottom. It's a nice contrast, gives a nice little pop of color there. Trim off the excess. Don't get rid of those pieces. They're going to come in handy, I'm sure. So there's what the front will look like. But this is what happens. I end up pulling a sunflower that I fussy cut from when I made the sunflower pocket, and I'm going to use it on the front of this book. So when I fold it over, this will be on the front and it will not be on the back. So I'll show you here in a second after I pin it down. Nope. Nope. Yes, I end up doing it so that it just touches the edge. There we go. Just keeping in the theme of the sunflower. So there's the front, ready to be stitched. So let's clean up my space, pull out my thread, and start doing a running stitch across to hold all the pieces of material in place. Later in the video, you will see that I find another piece of contrasting color and I line the inside of the cover, and then I use another piece of felt to make an insert for the needles to go into. So just a simple little needlebook, not with too many pages or too much weight or bulk, because the more we add, the bigger that sewing roll is going to get. So just another little pocket, another little addition to it that you can put your needles in. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you're enjoying making your sewing roll. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.